Alright, welcome back. It's the next day. This might be combined with the previous recording, because I think it was quite short. I'm not actually sure how long I was recording for there, because there's always, there's always the length of the recording, but then there's the amount of usable footage from that recording, especially when a lot of it is set up. As I did just there, I had to change the volume of the background, because OBS has a bug that if you go to the help forum and report, people say it's not a bug, but it is. Because people don't know what they're talking about. But it's basically, I have to crank up the volume on my PC in order for OBS to record the background sounds properly, which is not how anything should work, and they have said that they don't want it to work that way, but then if you go to the help forum and ask, people say it's not a bug, so yeah, my little rant. So I was just trying to level up, I believe. And Ajax here has quite the army that Hercules would like, actually. Might hand that over to him at some point. Be good to go to the Keymaster's tent, but I can do that after I find... this is what I'm looking for, I think? I'm not sure. But Hercules can fly, so I can just pop over there. But I am looking for the underworld entrance right now. And I was looking to upgrade Abdera with Kira, in honor of the of the Greek. Of the ancient Greek language. Okay, so we have Magic Mirror. I don't know if I've ever cast Magic Mirror. It's 50%? 20% chance, yeah. Now, is that dependent upon expertise? I wouldn't know because I'm not an expert, I guess. Protects from the Hypnotize spell. So the useless spell. They have a counter defense for a spell that's already so useless you can't use it. I think some of these things weren't fully tested or figured out. Or maybe there was scenarios where they were amazing and so they never really looked past those scenarios. There's all sorts of reasons why it could be the way it is. But I have never been very impressed. Well, Hypnotize, I don't think anyone's impressed with. But I think Magic Mirror, like 20% chance to reflect when you could just cast Blind or Implosion, or like if Magic Mirror was a level 1 spell, maybe that's a different story, right? But it's at level 5 that it becomes ridiculous. Perseus, I guess I want you to go to this tree, and I was just going to get rid of you. Yeah. And while I'm here, I will continue to upgrade this town in case... Yeah, summon Fire Elemental. That got slightly... Well, I think Fire Elemental itself got nerfed. Yeah, spell power ×2. It used to be ×3. But you can now have multiple different kinds of elementals on the field at once. I think it was Fire Elemental that got nerfed. Earth Elemental did as well. Red's gone. And... I think that's Erebus in the ocean there still. Up there. I wonder if this big ocean was to confuse the AI to never leave. There was probably... I don't know. There's other ways to do that, but... I feel like I'm being too negative on it. I'm really enjoying the map all the same. Okay, now we got that wisdom. Good. And does there happen to be a fly nearby? There's water walking, which I believe way back at the beginning I was going to make you my water walking guy. I was going to get you expert water walking, and yeah. How times have changed. But water walking, especially in spots like this, is really cool if you have water walking here. That's way faster. I think this map would be better if all but, let's say, Cupid were... You got rid of fly for every hero but Cupid, maybe. Or you have that one thing give you... I think that was random that I got fly, but maybe it wasn't. And then water walking is the main form of transportation on this map. Would be pretty cool. So, I mean, look at... You can, like, pop around corners and stuff, which is neat. And let's see if I can find a place that has fly. Resurrect isn't bad. Can keep heading back up. And yeah, I'll head to here straight off to save a bit of movement, even though I don't know if this is what I'm looking for yet. Then I will get myself the black dragons there. And I think at this point she's good to visit the True Knowledge. And I'll just keep pushing for this. Wow, we're actually running low on gems. I got a lot of ore in the last, like, 2 weeks of this game, I think. Oh, that was strange. Did that look like they teleported somehow? No, that one doesn't. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. It might have just been the way it looked. Okay. I think upgrading the harpies would be good. Not that I clicked on the harpies, but it would have been good. There is also, I think plague months are possible, so that is something to look out for. And we've got, he doesn't need these. Well, actually, it can hurt. I think Sierra's fine without it. And then just send him up to go meet up with Sierra. So they could definitely do with some trading. And I can kick you out of the party. Got more water walking over there. So the sign says, as you land on the island, you come across two people, a father and son. The father tells you where you are. You are on the tip of Crete. My son Icarus and I plan on leaving using these wings I created. You notice the pair of wings each carry. Not a bad way to travel. You bade him farewell. I mean, yeah, they got them right here. Okay, Crete is the entrance to the underworld, apparently. You know, every little bit helps against Erebus. Because it's... You don't really get the use, like 40 is complete overkill for most things, and 40 to 41 doesn't really make a difference. But the thing about Erebus having, let's say, about 35 defense is that if I am at 34 and I get to 35, suddenly I'm on equal footing. So it only matters because my opponent's so strong, basically. But I'm getting it there. And what would have helped? Well, I think you getting hit right away and losing half your Titans sucked, so I think defense. Like, Sierra doesn't have the stats to do that fight. She took quite a beating there. I think actually something she should do is probably go to the artifacts merchant and just, you know, get herself some proper stats. Just start picking them up over here and then see if there's anything at the, I guess I built it in this town? Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't remember to build it again when I was resetting everything. That's expensive. And I can't look at it unless someone's there. Okay. And can I get fly from here? Got summon water elemental. And human towns only go to level 4, so that's not a thing. You're level... Yeah, you're plenty high enough level to get over there. Perseus will be a good backup in case something completely unexpected happens. And yeah, fly would really help him get around right now. I think fly, like, compared to town portal, is a fine spell, right? Like, you still can't go super far, but you can... There almost needs to be a couple more tiers of spellcasting that happen really late game. Like, that's kind of what they did with Horn of the Abyss, where they now made it you have to research in order to get town portal, and I think fly as well, possibly. A dimension door, I think it was. So they made them basically a higher tier because you have to spend more to get them. Which, you know, it kind of makes sense, but I don't like spell research because I think sometimes you just shouldn't have a spell accessible on a map, you know? I don't like getting the reroll on it. I like the idea of making it really expensive to get, and you can't get it just from a tier 5 guild, but yeah. You see a large cave entrance leading to the deep underground. You realize that this is what Daedalus was talking about. This must be the entrance to the Minotaur's lair. Maybe Pasiphae is alive and can help you find the Titan's Cuirass. Oh, Okay, so if I was just based on that now, because I was avoiding spoilers, it seems as though the Minotaur's Labyrinth is supposed to help you get the Cuirass, which means this tent I added would make sense being at the end of the Minotaur's Labyrinth. You enter into the Dark Labyrinth and realize that other inhabitants have also moved in. Looks like the Minotaur hasn't been lonely. You hope that this trip is worth it. Well, I certainly don't see the other inhabitants. Now, the thing about the Minotaur's Labyrinth was that it was a labyrinth, right? I think a labyrinth is a single path, unless a labyrinth doesn't have an exit and a maze has an exit. But I'm pretty sure a labyrinth is something that has a single path and it's winding. Like you see the labyrinth in Breath of the Wild, those spiraling structures. Of course they have holes in the walls, so it turns into a maze, but I think that's more along the lines of what a labyrinth is. She doesn't go into her private garden for a few days, but when she does, the reaction confirms the punishment. Sitting on the ground where you stood, all her children staring at her, terrified, is more than she can bear. Mortals will think twice about slandering gods from now on. I think I had a stroke reading that. Sitting on the ground where you stood, all of her children staring at her. Okay, I guess that's a real sentence. But yeah, again, I think that's from Taking Athens or some other city. I don't think I should be getting those messages. The fact also that you get messages so late in the game makes me think this map was meant to take longer, which also suggests that the Minotaur's Maze... Yeah, if I were to remake this map, what I would do is make you win if you get the Titan's Cuirass, but then also make it impossible to get the Titan's Cuirass elsewhere, and probably make... Or maybe not even make it the Titan's Thunderbolt the reward, not the Titan's Cuirass, because it should be a big deal, right? Like, the Titan's Cuirass isn't... Like, the Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment is better. And I've already got a Titan's Cuirass right here. Or make it the... You know, keep it Greek, yeah, make it the Titan's Thunderbolt, which is one of the better items in the game. And then make it necessary to travel the maze in order to... And then you have to fight past Erebus with the key in order to get to the overworld. That would definitely be something I do. And then, you know, yeah, not have Tan instantly win would be the biggest one, of course. But let's see if there is something in here that actually helps me somehow. Well, that felt wrong. With picking up... That'd be a cool item. It lets you instantly pick up resources, or all resources next to you are picked up. Something like that. That'd be neat. Yeah, let's see if there's something in there that would suggest it would help me actually get the Cuirass like they say it will. Okay. And that's everything except for the guild now. Christian... His boat's way down there, but he does have summon boat, right? Yeah. So I can send him over to the shore here, and then up to some place that actually does have fly. Is there anything other than castles? There is. Sorry, a place that does have fly, not doesn't have fly. Might be one here. Let's see. A couple gems, please. I'm not even sure if you can get air magic spells from a... Oh yeah, you can. From a dungeon. But, might have also been dimension... Well, that's also air magic, I guess. Let's summon Earth Elemental, and... I think that's... I guess Delphi might be close. That's also Implosion. Yeah, I guess it's kind of cool to have the big river to force the AI to patrol the river. But then I'd almost want to... I think there's already 8 factions. Yeah. But it'd be kind of cool to have like a Karen faction that just patrolled the river. Although Karen said he'd give me... Karen said he would wait for me, so that was a lie. It's probably not Erebus, obviously. If there's any gem pawns around, I should probably actually grab them. Because it's becoming a bit of a problem. I don't have infinite resources. I don't have room for you. But I'll just see what there is to... Yeah, you can't fly through the solid rock. I was just double checking that. Ooh, Boots of Speed. Man, diplomacy even in Horn of the Abyss is pretty good. I think they did a good job there. I don't like that they nerfed it because it's fun how overpowered it was, but on the other hand, it still seems pretty good despite their nerfing it. So, they probably got the number right. As much as I don't want to admit it. Okay, and you are Ajax, right? Of course. So that's that done. Time to grab some units. Yeah, I guess Ajax can just head straight over as well. And this place is done. Hera rolls into Mount Olympus with only one thing on her mind. Now you remember why you married her. She's extremely powerful. That power is about to be turned upon poor Io. Not knowing what else to do, you turn the scared woman into a dove. Before she can fly away, Hera captures her. Carrying the trembling dove to the courtyard, she throws Io. Poor Io changes from a graceful dove to a white cow. Hera looks at you and says, "Never again will you do this to me." She drags you inside, and the two of you have one huge screaming match. She's right, you'll not be doing that again. I think we said that before, so poor Io. You come across a woman holding an ornate box. She tells you her name is Pandora, the one made to release all the troubles of man. There's no hope, she mumbles. Unable to contain your curiosity, you force the box open to see inside. Out rushes Hope. "Thank you," she cries. I wonder if the Pandora's box was added after this map was made. That'd be another change I think I would make if I was to make an updated version of this map, which I still don't have plans to, but it is becoming more and more tempting by the moment. Just to keep the, keep the itch from my brain of knowing that this map could be so much more. Now, there's definitely some teleportation stuff going on. I didn't know you could teleport while you're in a boat. Does anyone have Dimension Door that I can test that with? Alright, I did say you're allowed to trade freely inside a town. I just have to send these guys off to the farm after they've been with me the whole game. These guys were a good early power spike too, and now I'm trading them just for convenience. Anything good? We've got another Dimension Door, that's nice. Do you have learning? You do. Okay. If I do, I think it's this? Yeah. That's a pretty good army. Although I'm still not sure if it's strong enough to take on Erebus. She was strong. She had 37 devils, so 51 titans would beat that. I think if I could pick up the rest of the... Can I fly to Mount Olympus in a single turn? No. Okay, then I'm going to just pop over. If I can pick up the rest of the dragons that are nearby, I think that'll work. So I'll teleport to the winery next turn. And then I should have been making sure of this before, but I'll just make sure I've got dragons. Yeah, like that probably cost me quite a few dragons over the weeks. Just a lot of dragons there, a lot of archangels available. Volos seems the place to be. Yeah, or getting the archangels, but I think I'll go to Volos. Yeah, I've got a lot of power waiting for me. If there's a month of the plague, that would really suck, but I don't want to go sorting through all of it right now. Okay, you're waiting. Just grabbing what you can. I don't think that was worth it. I'll grab the angels, I guess, with Perseus while he's here. Yeah. Didn't really end up getting that super archer hero. Do I have the, I just realized something. No, okay, I thought I might have the enemy move speed set to instant, but I don't. Okay, so you two... Wait, before I do that, there we go. The Still Eye of the Dragon is good to have. I might be able to create the Magi as well with that. Grab that, and Golden Bow is always nice. And Poppet's actually pretty good too. Okay. Let's see which of these I can actually use. I already had a bow. I can't wear the crown. Okay, well I can use the Poppet instead of that. And that's about it from everything I just bought. That's fine. Gonna head over to Volos. Oh, this is that town I had to fight pretty hard to defend. Grab your first aid tent, why not? And explosion. I wonder what it would be like if war machines could only be gathered if you had the skill. Like, you could only have... I think you just wouldn't grab the war machine. I don't think they're worth it. Except for the catapult, obviously. But even then, I think that'd be a fairly rare skill to take. And I think the ammo card is probably the best war machine in terms of how radically it can transform your army. And that's only situationally. I guess the first aid tent can too in some very specific circumstances. I can actually probably get to the winery. Or I could start heading down here. Oh, there's Black Market. I think that's worth stopping by. Go to Black Market, then come down to Lamia. Whereas Hercules can keep pushing underground and just randomly sparing and attacking things as my whim takes me. I would like some Archangels, please. Then more Archangels and more Archangels. Yeah, why don't I send Perseus on an Archangel run? And actually, come to think of it, this town right here should have... Because it's plus 50%, right? Yeah, creature growth is up by 50%. It might be worth sending good old Deemer up there, so he can get use from his Loins of Legion. I think they stack. I'm not... Well, I don't know if they stack multiplicatively. It might just be additive. Right. Angels, please. And a couple more. And then... Yeah, I can send them down here. Hello? Oh, there is that the Minotaur? No, that's just normal Minotaurs. Oh, is this the Minotaur? Not the Minotaur I'm looking for, obviously. Okay. Necklace of Swiftness, I like. Black Shard of the Death Knight, I already have the Armor of the Damned. Head of Legion, though, I will take. And I will take the necklace, because I think... Yeah, she can wear it. There we go. And then... I haven't Town Portal today, so I can just go straight to Lamia. Grab a couple dragons. Grab more than a couple dragons. Okay, I think this should be enough to beat Erebus as it is. But I can keep going. I have to figure out how to actually get down here again still. This foolish mortal has it in his head that it's okay for him to bring people back from the dead. Feeling the need to lash out, you locate him in Greece and strike him dead with a lightning bolt. Can't have mortals wandering around with godlike powers, even if he is Apollo's son. Okay, so that's probably a reference to Asclepius, who was a physician who was so amazing he eventually started bringing people back from the dead. And at that point, Zeus had enough of him and killed him, but Apollo asked him to immortalize him as a star. So that's my best bet of who they were talking about on the spur of the moment. Just looking it up quickly. I didn't remember that. That was me just quickly looking online. Okay, is this the Minotaur? Only 50 of them. Finally, you found the Minotaur, and well, some of his friends. He instantly begins to attack you. Alright, let's, we gotta do it proper. This is the Minotaur. This is the big moment. There we go. That felt right. You see a woman sitting in what passes for a chair. She leaps up and gives you a hug. Thank you for saving me. Take all that you can. Carry. Take me away from here. You agree to take Pasiphae away from here to some place safe. She gives you a helm in gratitude. Wow. Shame I already have it. So now I think the right thing for me to do is fly. Oh, that's not going to work, huh? I think I'll do it anyways and hope for the best here. So I'm going to walk back towards Ithaca and then just teleport out of here. And maybe straighten this out a little bit. Manticores are good. Do some manticores. Armageddon. Okay. I'd like me some more minotaurs, I think. And then I'd rather have manticores than silver pegasi, I think. If it's only 30 scorpicores, I'd rather have the pegasi, just because of the damage they do to Erebus's spellcasting. Okay, and I do have just enough movement to end my turn like this. Okay, nice. So, who is going to fight this? I think Hercules is to be the one to fight the final battle. So I'll do that. Give you those sandals. Do I want the armor of the damned? Oh, it is so much weaker. Like, this is the, I think this is the best item set in the game. And then the Horn of the Abyss items are, they tend to be just higher pure single stats. They're not as good as Archangel Alliance, of course, but they're good. It's funny as well, because Archangel's Alliance is one of the easier items to make, versus like the Dragon Fathers, whatever. Now I have to end my turn because I have finished moving all my heroes. Or rather, I have traded with my heroes, so I can't move any more heroes until the end of my turn. Until I end my turn. Or yet. There you go. Can I get Dimension Door? Another cool spell idea for Horn of the Abyss team, if they're listening, would be like a sort of swap dimensions. Like if I'm standing, let's center directly over Syrah, for example. You just pop straight down to this spot or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Be sort of like Dimension Door, but different. It'd break a lot of maps, but on certain maps it'd be really fun. Okay, now I need you and you to meet up, I think. So let's grab some dragons. And then I'd like you to go to Athens if you can. Hand over your... Can you get across? No. Hand over some units of your own. I guess I could have done it from Corinth. Probably should have. Oh. You don't have Town Portal? Well, that's a problem. Do you not learn the spell if you have the spell book equipped? Because there was Town Portal in a lot of the places he was visiting, I'm sure. But none that are nearby. Great, okay. Well, I can work around this. I just got to... Oh, this is sad. Okay. It's fine, nobody panic. Here we go. I'm sorry. Okay, and then do one of these, and I guess I need those for the moment. Why is that exactly? Okay, does Ithaca have Town Portal? No. I'm going to go to a town that has Town Portal. No. No. Here we are. Town portal and fly. Over in Cavella. Cavalla. There we go. And now I want to drop both of these. Oh, and did I happen to... No, I didn't. Here we go. Awesome. Those and those. And then it's just the hat and the arms. And I already have the head, so I just need the arms, and I can have the... probably the best item in the game, the Statue of Legion. Oh, besides the... Well, it might even be better than the Grail. Because I think it affects all your towns, not just your main town. Okay, Hercules. Please observe the town portal. Thank you. And then while you're here, why don't you grab a couple units as well. Right. And then I don't know what to do with you. Coronis is due any time now. She was taking long walks into the woods until Artemis yelled at her for scaring away her prey. You suggest that since she's so close to delivery, she should simply stick around the house. So she agrees it's a good idea and sticks close to home. Okay, again, this is one of the wrong ones. So I'll probably not... we'll see what happens, but I might not end up reading them in the playback. Which might not make sense, me saying that now, but I'll just choose not. I'll edit it out is what I'm getting at. Gonna need a couple gems. Yeah, the two of the strongest units in the game are both very gem intensive. Is there anything at all that would... No, I already knew what was in there, I guess, as well. But what's the point of having all this money if I'm not gonna... Look, I can't even spend it fast enough. I probably could if I tried to buy out everything. But I'm not going to try to buy out everything. Okay. If I combine both those stacks of Archmagi, I'd probably prefer them over the golems. But I think this is already overkill. So how do I get to the underworld? I guess right there. Okay. And I've already been to one of those. I've already been there. Let's just go. Let's go win this game. And you know what? I'm just going to go straight to the finish line, I think. You know what I could do, actually, is I could stop here, combine this with the previous episode, and then next time we go straight to the finish line and Hercules tears a hole through the underworld, takes on everyone, wins the game. I think that'd be fun. So yeah, let's do it that way. I'll leave it there. I'll see you in the next and probably last episode. Take care.